I see you have good taste. I'm glad you stopped by.
Oh.
Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you need anything else.
There it is.
Golden ratio. Democritus will want to know I found it.
Here to you. Good day to you.
Welcome, Istias. Good day to you.
That's what I'm looking for. Here it is. Δημόκριτος.
Cassandra! What have you brought me?
So, I found Zeno's paradox.
You did? And what did you think of it?
The tortoise arrives at a point. Achilles, who is chasing it, runs after him. But after Achilles arrives at the same point, the tortoise has moved on. By the time Achilles arrives at the tortoise's new spot, the creature has again moved further.
Exactly. It shows how the universe divides itself infinitely.
A mathematical theory hidden in a child's fable.
Zeno was clever. Every knowledgeable old man I've ever met was an idiot. But the minds of children are endlessly wise.
I found the original golden ratio.
A discovery that will change the course of existence.
At first, I didn't think I saw anything special about it, but the sides of this diagram aren't even. The side marked A is almost half of the side marked B.
Almost, but not quite. A and B are to A as A is to B.
So how can this theory be used?
Used? It isn't used, only observed. It is the divine balance occurring naturally in the most measurably beautiful places in the world. It is everywhere. And nowhere.
It took some doing, but I found the Pythagorean theorem.
The greatest breakthrough the world will ever know. And now we have it in its original glory.
I thought it might be about the points of the triangle, but the theorem is about the length of the sides.
Astute! You're wiser than you put on. The two shorter sides squared, when added together, are equal to the square of the hypotenuse.
That was a lot to take in. But I think I found everything.
You did! And with this, I can finally form my grand theory. The theory that simultaneously divides and unites all the universe.
All of this sounds ambitious.
One can't achieve greatness by attempting mediocrity. But I confess, I have a personal motivation.
Everyone always does.
Ha! In another life, you would have made a fine student. When I was a student, I loved a poet. But I was so consumed by study, I never told her. I hope to use these theorems to show her my poetry. And maybe to win her heart.
If that's what you want to do, let's do it.
What? Right now?
You missed your chance to tell her once, Demokritos. There's no point in missing it again. Let's go.
You're right. This time I will do it properly.
I never would have guessed you were a lover.
Well, I wasn't. My theory that all atoms exist with a great void between them is a bit like the life I've lived.
But not anymore. Now you're filling that void.
Maybe. Maybe what fills the void and what draws us together is love.
That line for the poet, Demokritos. It's a good one.
You think so? No! That's her! Those bandits, stop them!
Demokritos, I'm sorry.
They killed her. For it to end like this. After all this time.
Someone's going to find us here and think we did this. Demokritos, we have to go.
I left once before. I won't leave again.
Demokritos, please.
You can go. In another life, she might have known my love for her. You might have been my student. Imagine the happiness we'd have known.
A wise man told me, the richest person in any land is the one who wants for the least. Don't want for the past, Demokritos.
I'll leave soon enough. But for now, I think I want for privacy. Take this and leave me to mourn, Cassandra.
I'm here to see Socrates.
Cassandra!
You know who I am?
Of course I do. Socrates never stops talking about you.
And you are?
His wife, of course. I'm Xanthippe.
Socrates never told me he had a wife.
Typical. The only time he's quiet is when he's eating. Yet he can't find time to mention me.
So where is Socrates? I got a note that said to meet him here.
That's what I'd like to know. He went to another symposium last night, and he didn't come home after.
Sounds like a good place to start looking.
I was just about to head there myself. Come, keep me company.
How long have you and Socrates been married?
It's been quite some time now.
What is it about him that you love so much?
Love is not the word I'd use. He frustrates me to no end.
That doesn't surprise me.
Even so, it's worth the frustration. His mind is like no other. Not to mention, he's quite a good lover.
That is not something I wanted to picture.
Don't mention that name around me. Always coming by drunk, sending Socrates gifts like giant cakes.
I didn't know.
It's fine.
Τι συνέβη μόλις?
Xanthippe! Xanthippe, over here!
Τι γίνεται?
Xanthippe!
What is it?
Socrates! They took him away. They said he was under arrest.
For what?
I have no idea. We were just talking after the symposium. I'd say go ask him yourself, but he'll be guarded. They took him southeast of here.
That fool! I knew this would happen to him one day.
I'll find him. Don't worry.
This is his doing. It's best to let these things run their course.
Can't believe Socrates was arrested. I need to find out what happened. I should stay hidden if I don't want a fight.
Huh? That's not right. Hey?
I hope you said goodbye to your family!
Get them! It burns! Look there. Are they dead?
Cassandra, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same.
Well, here I am. Though I'm more curious about how you are here. The guards let you in?
We've known each other a long time now. You know how I got in here.
You've taught me that the blade can sometimes be necessary. But I don't think this was one of those times.
I was worried about you.
Your care is appreciated, but if you had waited only a bit longer, I'm sure my trial would have taken place and I'd be free.
You're not going to trial. We're getting you out of here.
I understand your concern, but what good would escaping do other than prove I'm guilty? No. In fact, I'm looking forward to this trial.
You would go to trial just to prove you can convince them of your innocence?
Exactly. You have your ways to find excitement, and I have mine.
What were you arrested for?
I haven't the slightest idea.
And that doesn't bother you?
Sometimes understanding does not come at the moment we would like. More importantly, this is giving me the necessary time to think.
About?
I went to see the Pythia, and she told me there is none wiser than me. An intriguing thought, and one I've been unable to stop thinking about.
Socrates, the Pythia is...
It matters not what you believe she is or she isn't. I must examine not only her words, but my own self as well. I know nothing, so how could I be called wise?
What does that have to do with being locked up?
I believe my time here and this trial may help me find the answer. I will be fine. Trust me.
Since you won't leave with me, I'll go see the Pythia myself.
That's not necessary.
I'll find out why she told you that. I won't let you go to trial, even if you think you'll be found innocent.
Ah, Cassandra, you...
I'll come back when I have what I need. This area will be well defended.
no, not you.
You remember me?
Just go. I'm too old for this.
Just die! So outmatched!
I'll take pleasure in...
Somebody! That was a terrible...
No! It's caught! There might be a bit of blood when you go upstairs.
You again?
I'm here for a different reason.
After last time, they tortured me. I thought they were going to kill me, just like I told you. It hurt so badly, I begged for death.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Just hurry, and tell me what you want.
You told Socrates something, and I want to know why.
Questioning why the Pythia speaks is a strange thing.
I know why you speak, and I know who controls your voice. Tell me why the cult had you tell Socrates he's the wisest.
The cult didn't tell me to say that. I did that on my own.
The cult wouldn't allow you to do that.
Which is why I was very careful. I seek Socrates as an ally, but simply asking him to help wouldn't have worked.
An ally for what?
I know much of Socrates. Not only has he visited me often, but his students do as well.
Get to the point.
You know the gods don't speak through me. I feel Socrates is the one who can convince others of this. If he succeeds, the cult will have no more need for me.
So you're hoping he comes to the conclusion that the gods don't exist?
It matters not if Socrates believes they exist. He needs simply to doubt that the gods speak through me.
This is getting complicated.
Whatever you do, you can't tell Socrates.
I understand. He has to come to the answer on his own.
Exactly. Although, if you truly wish to help Socrates, a student of his came by not long before you. He seemed distraught.
Distraught?
He was clutching a book tightly to his chest and kept looking over his shoulder. He told me he was going into a tomb nearby until things were safe.
Thank you. I'll find him.
Please, don't come back here again.
This is it.
Good day. I'll see you later.
Ότι εσφάλεις περί της μητρός μου.
find the girl and take the papyrus.
Sorry for sharing my fear.
What was that?
Enough of this! Die!
Το όντι, αλλά μία τεράστια. Μη με έξωθεν οικίας πατρός εξάγεις.
You don't need to be scared now. I'm not with them.
That doesn't mean you won't kill me. You just want this for yourself.
I'm a friend of Socrates.
You are? Prove it.
Socrates is one of the most frustrating people I've ever known. He just talks and talks and talks. And it feels like he asks questions just so he can continue talking and talking and talking.
What you call frustrating, I call brilliant. But it's clear you know him well.
Why were those men after you?
For some reason, they wanted these writings of Socrates's. Well, I wrote them, but it's all his words.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
One of them had a big mouth. He mentioned something about the priest at the sanctuary of Athena Pronea. He said this was the final thing they needed to get rid of Socrates.
I'll take care of the priests.
Thank you. And... well... please. Give this to Socrates. It hurts me to say this after all I've learned from him, but I have a family. I can't risk being caught up in whatever this is.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice. Maybe one day that will change.
I'll be sure to give him the writings.
Thank you. Make sure he stays safe. The world will be a worse place without him in it.
That student gave me an idea. Xantippe said there was a symposium. Maybe I can convince the others who were there to help Socrates. I'm not sure why the priests want Socrates gone, but I need to take care of them. I need to talk to them. They'll be on high alert here.
passage!
No further!
Along with the fake evidence and their own testimony.
Those priests must be the ones who hired the thugs and want to get rid of Socrates.
Διατίου δύναμε κοινήν.
Now that all the priests are dead, they won't be able to testify against Socrates.
Do not students take what they learn from their teachers? What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
You assume the students aren't wise enough to understand the flaws of the teacher. Think of those who came before us. First Thales, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes. Without the teachings of those before him, it's safe to say Anaximenes would not have reached the conclusions he did.
I don't think that's true at all. Oh, perhaps this new phase can offer a different perspective.
I didn't hear a single thing you just said.
Is that so? Well, let me simplify it quickly. Thales taught Anaximandros, who taught Anaximenes. Wouldn't you agree that students learn from the failings of their teachers?
I've never heard the names you just mentioned.
It's never too late to learn. But even so, one doesn't need to know who they are to answer. Is it not a risk that wrong ideas will be passed along if a student doesn't have the wisdom to seek the truth?
If we listen to others and take what they say as fact, we have only ourselves to blame.
So, no matter who is speaking, student or teacher, we must spend time trying to understand if what they say is even true.
Your appearance betrays you, Mystios. Clearly, you've taken on a teacher of your own.
Something like that. He's the reason I'm here. Socrates needs your help.
Socrates? Ha! If it's another debate you want, it will be hard for us to decide who hates that man more. Why would we help him?
It doesn't matter if he's your worst enemy. If they're willing to imprison someone like Socrates only for his words, What's to say they won't do the same to you?
So, you want us to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't care why you help. If I hadn't said his name, would you think it was right Socrates was locked up?
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
And aren't you afraid it could happen to you, too?
Of course. If we can't speak our minds, what else are we to do?
If you believe that, then you should help.
Fine, fine. You've made your point, and you've made it well. Socrates deserves our help, but we don't give it lightly.
That makes it worth even more.
We'll be on our way then. We'll gather some others as well. Make sure our voices are heard. Believe it or not, we're pretty good at causing a scene.
If you're like Socrates, it's not hard to believe.
Wow, I've never seen someone convince them so easily before.
Is that so? I guess I should feel proud. I'm surprised to see a child here.
Is there an age at which it would suddenly be okay to debate with them? What then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
You can't even have a normal conversation with a child.
Normal is no fun. Look around. Everyone here wants the same thing.
Headaches?
Debate!
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell the others. But I'm envious that you're a student of Socrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path. What's your name?
Aristocles. Although I've never liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've met around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying my name. So he called me Plato instead. Perhaps I'll use that.
I like it.
Thank you. Well, I better hurry after the others. Here.
You should return to Socrates before the trial starts.
Ipion is.
Τι γίνεται?
Λέγωση η εμείς απέναντι.
Birds.
Socrates, you're here.
I am.
What happened? The trial couldn't have taken place that quickly.
Had I been given the chance to defend myself, it would have been quick indeed. But unfortunately for me, I was let free before I could.
That's good news.
Apparently, those who had charges to bring against me were found dead. And evidence they claimed to have went missing.
It sounds like someone was looking out for you.
There were also some people protesting my arrest, I was told. I have to ask, did you have something to do with this?
Me? Kill? Steal? Arrange protests?
Yes.
It does sound like me. But it was someone else this time.
I'm glad I asked.
Did you have time to find an answer for the Pythia's words?
I thought it would have taken much longer than it did, but the moment I stopped thinking about it, it came to me like a flash of Zeus's lightning.
We should get you home. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable there.
In some ways, that will be true. In others, well, Xanthippe will decide that. Being free feels good, but I don't believe Xanthippe will be happy with me.
She has a good reason to be mad this time.
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and where I say it. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, you misunderstand. I love it.
You do?
People see Xanthippe and believe it is her beauty that drew me to her. But it is her argumentative spirit I lust for.
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps me to refine them and to grow as a person.
And she likes these arguments?
Oh, I doubt it. But it is in those fiery moments that her spirit is strongest, like an untamed horse.
Don't call her a horse to her face.
I'm afraid your advice is a bit too late.
Just a minute!
Get somewhere safe.
Fire! Someone help!
Help me put it out! Malaka! Someone help!
I wonder what that was about.
The things I do? It's sometimes hard to know.
Let's hurry back before anything else happens.
You came back. Finally. I'm ready to return to Athens. I've had enough of Phokis and his talk of the Pythia.
You will be happy to hear I have no need for her words any longer.
Ah, then something positive came out of this after all.
I just remembered. A student of yours has been taking notes of your teachings. He wanted you to have them. What did you do that for?
Nobody asked him to write down my words.
Even so, why not keep it? Share it with others.
Because of a story I was told as a boy.
I've had my fill of stories.
Then I'll save it for another time, should it be relevant. But no, I did it for a good reason. And it was my decision to make.
I should get going. I'm glad you're free.
As am I, although, if you allow me, there is something.
I doubt I could stop you.
We like to believe that action means progress, but it's control that's so truly desired. The more we do, the more control it seems we have, but the less we allow for others. If we grip too tightly, we'll find we've crushed what it is we're holding on to.
Meaning?
Meaning we must sometimes let life unfold without trying to influence the outcome.
I'll keep that in mind. I almost forgot. In your letter you said you had something to ask me. What was it?
You know, I've completely forgotten now. Take care, Cassandra.
Stay out of trouble, Socrates.
Χρώμε το αιμό κέρματι. Κεφαλή.
Back.
Salutare, Mistios. Thanks for looking.
Everyone's got a plan, until the first bone breaks.
You were always better with your fists than with your singing.
And you are as beautiful as you were in Kefalonia.
I was covered in mud half the time. Still am. Life of a farmer, I suppose.
I got your note. How did you know I was in Arcadia?
Everyone's hunting for the Misthios with the broken spear and pet eagle. So I started a little hunt of my own.
No matter where I used to hide on Kefalonia, you were the only one who could always find me.
That's because you were terrible at hiding.
Maybe you only found me because I wanted you to.
Listen, we both know I was the one who was best at hiding. I'll prove it. Stay here, close your eyes, and at the count of 10, come and find me.
You're joking.
Come, it'll be like old times. And no using Icaros, that's cheating. Now, close your eyes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10! Ready or not, here I come! You call this hiding?
Your tracking skills have improved.
It feels like forever since we've seen each other. I couldn't wait to find you.
When did you become so charming?
Since I got your note.
Oh, this is too much fun. I want to hear everything about your life, from the day I left until now.
And I want to hear about yours.
Oh, my story would put you to sleep. Come, let's go to the beach and talk like we used to in Sami.
Κατάπαυσον!
Your life sounds so exciting. But there's something very important I need to know. Can you still hold your breath?
My breath?
On Kefalonia, you could always swim farther and deeper than anyone else. You used to bring me the most beautiful treasures from the sea.
Don't move.
so long, I was getting worried.
I wasn't coming up for air until I found the perfect gift.
It's beautiful. You warm my heart like the sunrise.
I'd bring you the whole ocean to see that smile. Was it that bad? Anais? What's wrong?
Seeing you playing and laughing like old times. There's something I haven't told you. I'm married.
I see.
I should have told you sooner. I'm sorry. Meet me back at the house. I'll explain everything. I'm glad you came.
So you're married? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Seeing you brought back so many fond memories. I wanted to live in them for as long as I could. Life's been hard since Dantos left.
Where did he go?
Once the war started, Spartans came for his sword. He was killed in battle, leaving me to run the farm and raise our son.
You have a son?
Arion. I'd love for you to meet him, but he's run off again.
Why aren't we looking for him?
He always goes to the same cave, where he trains to be a mighty warrior.
I don't think I've ever met a boy who didn't want to become the next Achilles.
Yes, of course. You've given me an idea. You could talk to him.
I could?
Gods know he doesn't listen to his boring mother. But you've seen death up close. You could convince him to stay away from fighting and help me here on the farm.
All right. I'll talk to your son.
Thank you.
I'll find Arion.
My husband used to take him to the cave on hunts. They'd spend nights there. It's been taken over by wolves since then.
Wait. Did you say wolves?
Yes. Worries me sick. He calls them his friends, and believe it or not, they seem protective of the boy. Please don't harm them, Cassandra. Arion would be devastated.
There he is. If they don't attack me, I won't attack them.
Whoa! You look like a mighty warrior!
And you must be Arion. I've come to bring you home.
Why should I trust you?
Your mother and I have known each other for a long time. She told me you like to come here to train, but she wants you to come home.
But I don't want to leave.
I know you come here to be close to your father.
You know nothing about my pater.
You're right. Maybe you could tell me.
I don't want to talk about him. I want to become a warrior.
You've spent enough time here, Arion. It's time to go home.
I don't trust you. I'm not leaving.
I'll make you a deal. Come with me now, and I'll train you to be the mightiest warrior in Arcadia.
Really? You really will?
Really? Now come.
She killed my friends, Mater!
Oh, Cassandra, why?
At least Cassandra said she'd make me the best warrior in Arcadia.
He wouldn't come with me, so I said I'd train him.
You lied to me?
She was just following my wishes, my love.
I hate you both!
His temper comes and goes like waves on a beach. Thank you for bringing him home.
What are you smiling about?
I was just thinking about how I could possibly repay you for bringing Arion home to me.
I'm sure I could think of a few things.
Name your price, Mistios.
One item of clothing for every act of kindness performed.
By my count, that's 2. You can have my sandals. But if you want to earn more, there is one more thing you can do for me.
Fine. What is it?
Arion wants to be a mighty warrior. But I can't lose any more of my family to war.
If Arion learns to fight, he can protect you and the farm.
I can't work this farm alone. He won't listen to me, but he looks up to you. I can see it in his eyes.
I'll talk to him. But I don't think he's as fond of me as you are.
You flatter yourself. Just show him how to plant seeds, burn some old grass, maybe slaughter a few chickens. It will seem more exciting coming from you.
Hello, Arion.
Go away! I'm not talking to you.
You don't have to talk, but you should listen.
I
lost my father when I was young. I ran far, far away. My only friend in the world was Icarus. One day, a bully threw a rock and nearly broke his wing.
What did you do?
I cut off his fingers. With this.
The spear of Leonidas? Can I hold it?
You can. But first, I need you to do me a favor. Your mother needs you.
You're going to train me to be a mighty warrior?
Your mother wants you to become a farmer. And that's what I'm going to teach you.
But farming is so boring. I want to be a warrior like you.
Whenever I see the sunrise, I'm never sure I'll get to see it set. I walk away from the people I love knowing it might be the last time I ever see them again. Is that the life you want? Good. Now follow me. Ever heard of the poet Isildos?
No, but I know Homer, and Achilles, and Hector, and Odysseus, and the giant horse.
Study Homer if you want to learn to put people in the ground. But study Isildos, and you'll learn to grow things out of it.
Boring.
Now we're going to burn some bushes.
Why?
For new life to grow, we need to clear away the old.
Why?
Because they choke the earth, stopping new plants from growing.
Why?
Because! Now I'm going to show you how to kill a chicken.
But I love chickens.
If you're going to feed your family, you're going to have to sacrifice a few chickens. You don't have to kill any today, but watch carefully how I do it. Clean and precise.
Βοήθειαν! Βοηθήσει της!
What happened to the bully whose fingers you cut off?
He went and got his brothers. They beat me pretty badly.
You didn't have any friends to protect you?
Not until one little girl stood between me and those boys, and with the rage of Ares, screamed at them to leave me alone.
Really? A girl? Who?
That little girl was me.
Mater? Cassandra taught me how to be a farmer. But you could teach me how to be brave.
Maybe one day I will.
Yeah. She taught me about Isiados. She taught me to burn the old, because it chokes the new. And then she killed a bunch of chickens.
It sounds like you both had a productive day.
Your boy is a fast learner.
Thank you. This means the world to me. It's been nice having you around, Cassandra. But I feel bad. All these years apart, and you've spent most of your time with Arion. Let's get away from all this, just you and me. There is a market in Teia. I haven't been to in ages. There's food and wine and music.
An evening alone sounds perfect. But what about Arion?
Don't worry about him. All you need to worry about is meeting me in Teia.
I should find out what Anais likes before I... Anais must have a lifetime supply of olives stashed here. So this is where Anais keeps her wine. Smells strong. I'm getting lightheaded just sniffing it.
Me tutto, please.
Anais never told me she made honey.
There you are. Now, let's find something to eat and drink, shall we? The merchants have the most delicious selections. And tonight, I'll leave the decision-making to you.
Stand aside, all of you.
Prosciutto Fedron.
Remember when we used to steal food from the markets of Kefalonia?
We could steal from this one, for old time's sake.
Always the troublemaker.
You're in the way!
Welcome, my friends. I have a wonderful selection of wines for you and the lovely lady. Only the finest grapes from the finest vineyards. Do you prefer your wines dry, sweet, or strong?
You've been all over the world. You must know all the best wines.
This woman is a single mother who runs her own farm. She likes her wine strong.
You know me too well. Strong wine is the best wine. Everything smells so delicious. My mouth is watering.
Smell that? That's the tastiest food in all of the year. Tell me, what will it be? We have leg of lamb with rice and olives, roast chicken with fresh vegetables, and slow-cooked goat stew.
Oh, decisions.
We'll take the lamb with olives, please.
Oh, I love olives. I'm going to devour this meal. And then I'm going to devour you.
Όπισθεν του πολιτηρίου ευρύς.
Oh, I can't tell you how much I needed this.
Welcome! If you've got sweet teeth, then I've got sweet treats for those teeth. What will it be? Grape pudding with walnuts, fresh strawberries with cream, or baked pears with a honey glaze?
Oh, yum! Choose wisely. I love sweets.
The pears sound delicious.
Homer called them gifts from the gods, but it's the honey that makes them truly divine. Tonight was perfect. You knew exactly what I wanted. Now, tell me what it is that you want.
Let me show you.
Arion! What's wrong? My God, what happened to you?
Bandits! They came and took everything. I tried to protect the house, but they were too big.
You shouldn't have tried to fight them. Anything they took can be replaced. But I can't replace you.
This wouldn't have happened if you had trained me to be a warrior.
It'll be all right. Just a few scratches.
You're right. He's safe now, and that's what matters.
Cassandra, there is something I need to tell you.
Anything?
Having you here was the first time I felt joy since my husband died. I hoped you were still the same person I loved back on Kefalonia. And that if you felt the same, there'd be a place for you here.
Anais.
The fact that you listened to me and didn't teach Arion to fight shows me you're someone I can trust. I would love it if you stayed with us.
I love you, Anais. I've always loved you. But...
I know. You always hated staying in one place. Couldn't wait to get off Kefalonia.
You were my favorite part of that island. But it's time for me to go.
I understand. Just know that whenever you are in Arcadia, you'll always be welcome here with open arms.
Aquí este os feredro trapezito que se anamela.